Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to any new viewers. This is a reading for Gemini, my beautiful Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Gemini, this is just really the message that you need to hear right now. So if you've clicked on this video, please keep on watching and hopefully this message will be helpful to you, resonate with you. And if it does, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Gemini, I just really want to tap into current energy and the current message that you need to hear at this moment in time. Okay. Make sure everything is visible here and then we will get right into it. Gemini, let's start with, we have some very interesting cards around you, interesting energy around you, but let's get right into what is at the heart of this at the moment. And we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. What are you deciding to let go of? What are you thinking about moving on from, moving away from? What are you thinking that, it's time for this to finally, it's time to end this chapter. It's time to put it in the past, leave it behind me and move on to bigger and better things. That's what we're thinking about at the moment. Given that it's Cups energy, there is obviously potential for this to be with regards to a relationship, a personal relationship. But I am sensing it could also to do with a career or a job or something that you were working towards, something that you were very committed to for a while. And now it's like, should I just move on? It's almost like a sense of I've learned everything I can from this situation. And even though this wasn't maybe originally how I was thinking it would end or how it would work out or how I would leave it, it's time. It's time. The time feels right to move on to something that is going to suit you better, is going to be better for your future, that's going to potentially give you more opportunities, something that you can learn more from as well. I almost get this message coming through that, you're thinking, I've learned what I can learn here. And now I want to explore more and I want to learn more. And I wish I could have gotten more out of this situation that I did, just given the amount of time and energy that I've put into it. But it may be time now to just move forward, move on. And of course, you don't have all the answers. Now I'm seeing, the sort of the light of the moon come through this reading at a few different points. And that suggests to me that there is a little bit of unknown and you're also going based off intuition and feeling as well to make this decision. And Gemini, as the air sign that you are of course very logical individual, very rational. You really pride yourself on your brain power and how much you can think through situations. This one is a little different. This one, you're taking into account more your intuition, your feelings, because that needs to be right too. That needs to be taken care of as well. It can't be only about what is the logical best decision for me. I have to be happy in that decision as well. I have to feel content. I have to feel satisfied. Some of you may be making a decision based on someone that you grew up with, someone who, this could even be like a relative, potentially. Maybe an older relative needs your help, or maybe, you're realizing that you want to spend a bit more time with certain people, loved ones, friends, as opposed to, all of your time being taken up with something that is not satisfying you as much. So there's those sorts of questions coming up for you as well, I feel. And so this is where you're at right now. You're at this point of, well, how can I learn what I've learned from this and move forward. So you could still be considering this at the moment, but I think you're realizing it's time for this situation to evolve. It's time for it to change somehow. Now, what is crossing you at the moment? We've got the Death card here. Transformation, change, inevitable change. It's almost like you're sensing that this inevitable change is coming, and that if you don't make a decision, it will happen anyway. It will happen for you. That's what you want to avoid. You want to avoid staying or sticking with something, even though it's really crushing you, and even though, emotionally it's just not fulfilling you anymore, for example. You know that that's a ticking time bomb, and that the cracks will start to show, and the situation will need to change inevitably anyway. This could also be, again, with regards to if it resonated about like an older person or an older relative, you may be thinking quite literally, this person, is not going to be around forever. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong necessarily. I'm not saying that, there's a health issue or something, but you're just, thinking about the facts of the matter, which is, our time on this earth is not eternal. It's not forever. We're only, with these people that we love for, a certain amount of time. And maybe it's time to once again prioritize spending time with the people that are really important to you, the people that, love you and you love them. And you're realizing that, one of the only thing that's certain in life is change. Okay? Change, transformation. Situations aren't going to stay the same as they are forever. And you're almost thinking, well, I've realized that now, so what can I do about it? How can I change things so that day to day I'm doing more of the things that bring me a lot of happiness and fulfillment, and potentially contribute to my growth as a person as well, as an individual. If you're in something that's stagnant, that you're not learning from, that you're not growing from, that's a problem. We've got the Six of Cups here in your recent past. There could have been a recent communication or reunion with a friend from your childhood, or a friend from the past, a relative from the past, for example. Sometimes this has to do with children as well. So there could have been, children coming into your life that made you kind of change your mindset, or made you realize something, made you realize what is truly important. Or again, you could just be reminiscing about the past, reminiscing about potentially a simpler time or a happier time, and realizing, you know what, I didn't realize how good what I had was at that point in time, and maybe I need to change things about my life at the moment in order to go back to that sort of feeling, in order to go back to that sort of pleasant situation that was in my life, or once again reconnect with the people that are truly important to me, and that we have those sort of true bonds with and true connections with. We have a lot of major arcana in this reading. I will say that it's mainly major arcana cards. So this is a very I would say significant turning point for you. This decision, what you're moving away from and towards, it's going to have some long-term ramifications, I would say. And there are a lot of different themes of life coming up for you at the moment. You are, once again, definitely using your intuition. Are you dealing with a Pisces or someone? You could also be dealing with someone who is quite intuitive, who almost has a psychic ability. If it's not you, it could be someone who you're very, very close to. But I almost feel like you're tapping more into that. You're starting to appreciate that more. You're starting to appreciate your deeper feeling, your intuition, your inner knowing about something when you don't even have all the facts necessarily. That's what you're really utilizing. That's what you are tapping into. That's what you're realizing has a lot of power. It's very different, again, to what you normally do, because we know you have a very powerful mind, Gemini. You're able to analyze the situation. You're able to research. You're able to think about things in a logical way. This is all of a sudden realizing, you know what, there's two pieces to the puzzle. There's the logic, and then there's the intuition and how I'm feeling, what my gut feeling is telling me, what I know to be true intuitively, emotionally. So it's almost, I see, because this is crowning this sort of reading as well, It's almost like a new psychic ability or a new intuitive ability that you are developing. But that's definitely helping you, I feel, at the moment. It's helping move you to the right direction. Now we have the Lover's energy here too, and we have potentially a big choice that is underscoring this or that you need to make. You may have already made this choice. You may have realized, interestingly, okay, this is now what I need to commit to moving forward. And I use the word commitment because in your very near future, we have the Hierophant energy, Taurus energy. This is all about, turning things into a solid commitment, or maybe even a traditional commitment. So it's almost like you're moving towards something that is going to mean you promise to do something for someone else, or they promise something for you, or you enter into an agreement or some type of commitment, whether or not it's legal or just that's just the feeling of it. But that's what it is. It's taking something to the next level and really deciding to commit to it, for better or worse. But I feel as though you'll be ready to do that because of the fact that you have realized how your life needs to look, what you need to let go of, and what you need to move towards potentially. More major arcana, we have the Empress energy here, beautiful energy, more Taurus energy, Libra energy. Now, this is like a very, obviously it's got that sort of matriarchal or motherly type energy, male or female, doesn't matter. Some of you, just to put the literal kind of meaning out there, some of you could be making commitment to a family, either someone else's family, children that are in your life, or potentially growing your own family. Certainly that is something that is in your power to do. It's in your power at the moment to grow and make abundant whatever it is that you choose to commit to and that you choose to work on. That is your powerful energy at the moment. Now, this is also feeling very comfortable. I will say that. I think what you're moving towards, moving away from, moving towards, is going to help you feel a lot more comfortable, a lot better generally. Now, I can't wait to get to the next card. I have to bring this up now. The Wheel of Fortune is here. And I love that this has come out. This is energy around you. This is luck being on your side. This is fortune turning in your favor. Things are going to go very, very well for you when you realize this change needs to be made, and when you tap into that intuition. When everything ticks those boxes, when it's like, okay, this makes logical sense and it makes sense in terms of my emotions, my feelings about it, my intuition, everything is going to fall into place, and luck is going to turn around and the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor. Some of you may be getting money coming in as well. Some of you may be moving towards a career, for example, that is actually going to be more lucrative for you and is going to open up more opportunities that you did not know existed, right? Things that you didn't even dream about or visualize or think about or consider as options. That's potentially going to happen once you make this move. Once you commit to the new thing you're going to commit to, it's going to open up a world of possibility. Something is going to feel like, wow, I'm so blessed that I did that, because now I've realized how much of a great decision that was. Really amazing energy there. I see that some of you are just really wanting to create something for the future, are really wanting to build something for the future. And you still feel like you have it in you. You still feel like doesn't matter what you've done in the past or what you've experienced in the past or how much energy you've put into a certain situation. You still have the energy to do more. You still have the energy to learn more And once again, with this Pentacles energy, I'm seeing something open up, which could mean an increase in money or an opportunity to invest in something that is now going to give you a very good return, or has a very, very good potential for that in the future. So you're still interested in learning more about all of these new opportunities. Now, for some of you, it could be moving towards a committed relationship, something that is going to be more solid for you than something else has been in the past. The future is going to look more easier to visualize with this person than it was with a past person. You're moving towards things that are more aligned with your destiny and more aligned with what you've realized you want for yourself in the future. The message ends with the Two of Swords. Decision time. More decision time here. Now, I'm actually seeing this relate to, because this is, after all, the message you need to hear right now, Gemini. So I'm seeing this relate to your current situation. And I'm seeing that I know you don't have all the answers. You know you don't have all the answers. Be careful, as there could be something you're just not seeing that's in front of you. We do have a blindfold in this card, which suggests that sometimes it means that things are not known or cannot be known, but sometimes it means that we need to take the blindfold off and look at something from a different angle or a different perspective, because we're just not seeing it. But it's also a highly intuitive card once again. And again, I do feel like you're tapping into that intuition, you're tapping into that lunar energy. You may be getting your best ideas about this at nighttime potentially as well. But basically answers may even come in through your dreams. So just write them down if you have trouble remembering them. As soon as you wake up in the morning, write them down. But there's a choice that needs to be made right now. And everything that this is pointing towards is using your intuition, making sure that something feels right. And if something no longer feels right, it may be time to move away. It may even be time to move away from a past situation, even though you were hanging on to it so tightly. You may realize it's time to commit to something else, something new. Through that commitment, I'm seeing that there's a lot of potential opportunity, success, and abundance waiting there. So it has a lot of potential if it feels right to make this change, make this choice. But this is where we're at the moment. We're at the point where it's time to tap into that intuition. It's time to do what feels right. And it's time to potentially do a little bit more research as well. And make sure that you're not deliberately not seeing something for what it is. I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed that message. Again, if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.